All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat, Baruch Hashem, here in Eretz Yisrael. In Efrat, Baruch Hashem, it's wonderful here. It's another beautiful, beautiful day here in Eretz Yisrael. And Hashem spared us from the snow, although Reb Shalom said that the municipality cleaned it up so well, you couldn't even tell it snowed.
They should cut it before it came down.
They did. Amazing.
That's how good they are.
I have a nice picture of the snow.
Credit to our mayor.
I have a nice picture of the snow.
Not from this time, not from now.
No,
Yeah, okay.
no, just
Okay, not here.
right here. There it is. That's snow. That was green. It's it's
Frost. Frost.
it's a major.
Yeah. Okay,
You know.
Baruch Hashem. It's all good, Baruch Hashem. It's a little cold today, but Baruch Hashem. Okay, we have beautiful seasons here, so it's nice, Baruch Hashem. All right, so we're learning always for the well-being of the soldiers, the captives, and the injured. Please Hashem. Unbelievable what these people have to go through, and please Hashem, bring them all home. I mean, it's enough already. We realize we can't rely on our government, so it's really we just can only rely on the Hashem. We can't rely on anyone other than HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I mean, it's unbelievable. But all right, whatever. It's all Me'ez Hashem. We ask Hashem to please take care of the situation. Okay, so we're learning Likutey Halachos, Baruch Hashem, Hilchos Beit Hakneset. We're in Halacha Hey. So the laws of the synagogue and Halacha Hey. And today we're up to the letter Yud Beis, 12. Okay, so we were talking yesterday, we were talking about the idea of Yisachar and Zvulun. Right? Yisachar and Zvulun, right? That partnership. The partnership that Yisachar made with Zvulun. And Smach Zvulun Beitzeischa. We said that Zvulun was very joyful when he went out to work because he knew he was supporting Torah and he was acquiring his keep via doing what he was doing for them because he couldn't do what Yisachar was doing. And Yisachar couldn't go out and they were better suited to sit and to learn. And they did, and Zvulun would go and take care of them and support them. And again, we said that was the original intent of Yitzchak Avinu when it came to Esav and to Yaakov. That was the original intent. I mean, he really intended, it's what he hoped for, that Esav would support, would have worldly goodness, and then he would support Yaakov Avinu, so Yaakov would be able to learn. That was the original thing, and this is what it manifests itself out with Yisachar and Zvulun. Okay, now that we said that, so since we're talking about the Zvulun, and Zvulun had, we said the beautiful, he had the minerals and different things in his place where in his chelik of Eretz Yisrael, and it was set up that way that he would be able to make business, make commerce, and people would come, and we said it would bring other people, Gentiles from all over the world to come to be able to do business, and then they would come and they would see the beauty between Yisachar and Zvulun and how one cared for the other. And it would cause them to go to Yerushalayim to bring sacrifices. They would sometimes become gerim. They would sometimes come back again because of that beautiful bond that the two had, which was something so special. Now, since we're learning about that, so now we're going to look into a pasuk, a beautiful pasuk in Shir Hashirim, Yud Beis. So here we go. The beautiful scent of oil. That was good, the good smelling oil. Okay. Good morning, Yossi. Okay, because of the beautiful smelling, the scented oils, the Umas Ha'olam would come. They would hear about it, and they would want to come, to be involved in it, right? Shemen Turak Shemecha, right? What is that? That was the reyat that they would come. Why was it called Turak? It's like the same word for Merachok. the people from far would come. The people from far would come in order to benefit via the nice smelling oils and the different things that they had that they were offering for sale. Okay, therefore it became famous and about these oils, and the Umas Ha'olam, they would come, the nations of the world, and they would become Gerim, and the perfect example of that was Yisro. Yisro heard what was going on in Klal Yisrael, and he came over. Yisro was the first ger that we know about, right? Well, actually, no, that's not true. Basia, Paro's daughter, she was the first one. But Yisro, we know that the Medrash says that. But okay, but Yisro was the first one that came from a distant land. He heard, and he came from Midian. He came from a distant land. And he was Megayer. Okay.
How about his daughter that married Moshe?
Yeah, well, I guess she was. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, gave birth to these two kids.
That's an interesting thing. It says actually, it's brought from the Chassam Sofer that we all became Jews at Har Sinai. So we weren't necessarily Jews before that. We were Ivrim. We became Jewish when we were Am Echad B'Leiv Echad. When at that time, that's what Chassam Sofer explains. Yeah, and that's why and he explains like this. It says that Moshe Rabbeinu had sent off his wife. It said that he had sent off his wife. Moshe Rabbeinu, which Rashi explains that he divorced his wife. He divorced his wife. Now, I have a question. Moshe Rabbeinu was also considered a Kohen. He was also considered. He did the avoda in the base in the Mishkan. He set up the Mishkan. He did avoda. He was a Kohen. Hey, wait a second. So the Chassam Sofer. So how was he able to take back his wife? He took back his wife when Yisro came back. He took her back. How did he take her back? Oh, he took her back because now we became Jews. So it was to say we started all over again. We started all over again. It's really unbelievable. And the Chassam Sofer really explains so much so that even, we don't do that, but even if you had a Gerim, right, a family of Gerim, right, family of converts, right? So the father, the mother, the children, once they become Gerim, they have no relation one with the other anymore.
Right.
They have no more relation with one with the other. A father can marry a daughter. We don't do that, of course. It's the Rabbanan. We don't do that. But to understand that there's no relation. It's unbelievable. They have no connection. One day they're like a katan k'naila dummy. They just were born and they have no connection with one or the other. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating one.
Story I told you about the ger.
Oh, you have a story. Yes, tell us the story. Tell again. Tell us.
When he came back from the mikvah.
Yeah.
And the dog. His dog, his longtime dog.
Oh, his dog didn't recognize him. All right, his dog. That was a great one. I forgot. That was a great story. Oh, Yossi. No, that was a beauty. That's a beauty.
Wow.
Well, even his dog didn't recognize him. Wow. That's amazing. Come on, was that a great one? Huh?
That is amazing. That's great.
That's a great one. Wow, his dog didn't. Wow, that's amazing. Good morning, Hanif. Good morning, Hanif. That's the idea of Bittul Torah. Ki be'ez esek HaTorah. Zeh bechinas hamshachas hamoichin shehem bechinas shemen mishchas kodesh. When we are learning Torah, we're drawing from those oils. We're drawing from the shemen mishchas kodesh. That was the same oil that we anointed the Kohen Gadol with, right? The Shemen Mishchas Chodesh, that was the whole beautiful oil. Bechinas Tishanta B'Shemen Roishi, right? That's the Meshicha, that's these are all psukim from Shir HaShirim, by the way. These are all words from Shir. The Shanta B'Shemen Roishi, when the oil was poured over, they anoint the anointment of the oil. Shezeh Bechinas Reach Shvanecha Tov, and that's the beautiful scented oils that Zvulun had, and he was offering, and the people would come from the Rechok, Shemen Turak al Shemach, it was called Turak from Rechok. The people would come from far and wide in order to experience this. When the tzaddik is mevatel himself from Torah, that's the shemen turak. It causes it's like the oil from afar. It causes all of those to come back, because he said that when the tzaddik is mevatel Torah, he causes blessing and bounty for the rest of the world, because he taps in to the chesed chinam. He can tap into the chesed chinam, and that's what gives bracha to everybody else. Everyone senses the bracha; they all come because they realize the bracha is coming. We hope that's what's going to be, right? Bechinas histalkus hamoichin lefi shah aval oz daika mechaya tzaddik esatzmei me'atayra nelemes. Right, but the tzaddik, he connects to the chesed chinam, right? He connects to that place of chesed chinam. But he also when he's bittul his Torah, when he has his thought, when his mayach leaves, he connects to the hidden Torah, the Torah nelemes, the Torah that's hidden. Like we learned the idea that you have the words on the parchment, right? You have the words on the parchment, the letters, and those spaces in between is the Torah nelem. It's the hidden Torah, right? You can do anything with that. The space is in between, right? You have a piece of parchment, right? You have the letters, right? You have the letters. That's the black fire on the white fire, right? We say this, right? The right? We have the white fire, the black fire. So when you have something written, it's written. So that's it. It's there. But when there's a space, you can write anything. Anything can be put there. When you have a blank piece of paper, you can write anything you want on it, right? And once there's something written, there's something written. So the Torah is written. That's the Torah that we have. But the Torah Nelam, the Torah hidden Torah, is what wasn't even revealed yet.
So that's the white spaces?
That's the white spaces, yeah. It's a beautiful concept. Yeah. Aval oz daika hamoichem okay, shal yedei zeh mechaya hakol afilu umas oilam shal yedei zeh boyim mizgayrim. They come back and they come to be mizgayim. So really, the whole idea of the tzaddik of Gerim is all connected to tzaddikim. It's from the avodah that tzaddikim caused the rechaikim to come back, and we know that's the greatest thing when we have more people come to become part of the fold and serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When they're doing that, what happens? So you bring more k'vayit shemayim. That's the whole point of Hashem made the world. He wants to have more k'vayit. There should be more covered for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shezeh shemen turak shmech alakeinu almoisa avucha. Shehem bechinas gerim k'may perish Rashi uvo Yisroi v'nis gayer. The same idea what Rashi says, and this is the perish of Rashi he's using. And Rashi says that Yisroi heard about all the different things. He heard about the Milchama of Amalek. He heard about Kriyas Yamsuf. He heard what was going on by Klal Yisrael. He wanted to be part of that. He wanted to be part of that. He heard about it, and he wanted to be part of it, and that's why he came. Shemen Turak. Through this idea, Bechinas Betula Shal Torah Zeh Kiyuma, that is the Kiyum, right? So again, when during the Melchemes Amalek, right? During that war, so that's a somewhat of a bittul Torah, right? It's not bittul Torah the way we're calling it. A person today, when we say it's bittul Torah, the guy sitting and is watching a movie or is reading his newspaper, that would be called bittul Torah. Okay, that's called bittul Torah. But here we're talking about they're doing something else, but you're not involved in Torah. You know, if you're doing something, you have to do. Hey, Amalek came, we had to fight with them. There's nothing we could do, right? We had to fight, but I'm not learning Torah at that moment, right? But I'm not learning Torah at that moment. I am doing something important, yes, but I'm not learning Torah at the moment. And that the whole idea that the bittul Torah, that's the kiyum, because again, if they didn't fight with Amalek, right, and we weren't going through the Yamsuf, they would have destroyed us, and we wouldn't be able to learn Torah. The fact that we have to sometimes be mevatel Torah is the way you're kiyum, you're mekai, you keep the Torah going. Right, a person has to use the restroom. You can't learn Torah when you have to use the bathroom. Right, you're not allowed to do that. Right, so din in Shulchan Aruch, you're in the middle of davening and you have to use the restroom. You can't continue davening. You have to stop. You have to stop, use the restroom, and then you can continue. Right, you have to. That's what we have to do, right? It's a very, very important thing to do. But that's all bittul. But that's bittul in a good way, because I can't continue doing what I'm doing. I have to stop. Oh, when I stop, that's how I connect to the chesed chinam. When I'm doing something productive, and I have to stop from whatever I was doing productive to do with something else, then that's how I connect to the. You want to say something, Roshel?
Yeah, it's like the Chala Shabbos to save somebody's life so that he gets.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you can keep many Shabbosim. Right. That's a good example. Right. Shalatzadik emes vaydezer daika nasin gerim shubechinas alama seibucha to lift up the beauty. Okay, now here we go. Now we're going to go back to the to this other concept here that you shouldn't have a shuttis with a guy. Here we go. Right. Shouldn't be a partner with a guy. Why should you not be a partner with a guy? Now we're going to learn about that. Okay. And therefore, it's a din in Shulchan Aruch in Hilchos Matan V'Matan, all right. She'oser l'shtateif im oivdei kechavim shelo yaver chas v'sholem al v'shem Elohim acherim al tiskaru. Right, you should not be partner up with a guy. So therefore, you shouldn't come to Avodah Zarah, right? Because the goyim, they have their Avodah Zarah, they have the different things that they believe in. And because they believe in these different things, if you become partner with them and you're working with them a lot and you're spending a lot of time, you may be influenced by the guy and therefore don't get influenced. It was the same idea that we shouldn't have yayin nesach, right? Right? We have the idea of yayin nesach, right? What's that? You can't wine that was touched by a guy. Right? If a guy touched the wine, you can't drink that wine unless it was a boiled wine, bishul. If it was yayin mevushal, then it's okay. But why did that happen? Because we didn't want families to get together, right? Because when families get together, the kids get together. The next thing you know, there's a non-Jew, and you make a new wouldn't work out too well. There's a great story. I'll tell you this. Let me just think of it. 1 second. Yeah, there was a young man that inherited a lot of money. He inherited money, but he didn't want to use his money. He didn't know how to invest it. He didn't know what to, but he wanted just to keep it. So he kept his money with him in a pouch. He had like a pouch he would wear, and he had whatever he had in his pouch. And he was working, he got a job in a winery. He got a job in a winery. There we go, he got a job in a winery. Okay. And one day, the owner of the winery asked him to go down to the cellar, and there's a certain wine that he had there, and he asked him to, we have a customer here, he wants a certain wine, so please you pour some of the wine from this barrel. So he went down. And he had his pouch on. It was like kind of clunky, heavy, and he couldn't reach the thing. So he took it off and he put it on the barrel, and he poured the wine. And he went upstairs and he forgot about his pouch because he was involved in his work. Meanwhile, the owner of the winery went downstairs to show his clients. He had people came in. He wanted to show them his wine stock, right. And the owner saw that pouch, and he said, you know what? That's in there. I'll keep that. So the owner takes the pouch and he puts the pouch. He hides it somewhere down there. No one was seeing. He hides the pouch. Meanwhile, the young man goes back. And to get his pouch, and it's gone. So he went to the owner. He said, I don't know. My pouch is missing. Do you know where it is? The owner says, I don't know. So the young man goes to the Rav, and he tells the story. He tells over the Rav the story. So the Rav calls in the wine, this fella, and he says to him like this. He says, look, I don't know who took the pouch. I don't know that. But I know one thing. If the pouch is missing, and you don't know where it is, that means you have to lose your hechsher on your winery. Why? Because that means someone else got in there to take the pouch.
Wow.
That was a good,
Someone got in there to take the pouch.
And you have to assume it's a goy?
Well, you don't know, and because you don't know, so then it could be a guy. If a guy came in there and said the wine's all puzzle, you can't use the wine. So the guy says, "Okay, here's your pouch." It was clever, very clever, right? Right? Yeah, okay. I don't know if you took the pouch, but that means if you don't know who took the pouch, then someone else went down there, then you're out of it. Okay, so you understand.
Wow.
Yeah, the tzaddikim always know the answers. They have to. It was a beauty, right? That's a good one, huh? Okay.
I should be that too.
Ki afa pishet tzrichin lasik b'masav amatin. Even though we said you have to go do business, right? You have to do business. Do business. You have to do business, we said, right? You can't just say, I'm going to learn Torah and I'm not going to do any work, because then you're not going to have any kiyum in your Torah. You have to go to work. But we said that it's really, the Torah it's Torah im derech eretz. It's not that it's derech eretz im Torah, right? It's Torah. Torah is the main, that's the keva, like we said. And the parnasa that we earn, that is the arai. That's the temporary thing. So you're supposed to devote most of your time in Torah, and then you do whatever work you have to do. Aval, he's sakona gedola. What? Yeah.
Would that also hold for franchise? Is that considered being in business with someone who is a goy?
No, I don't know. No, I don't know. No, you wouldn't. No, this is really. I mean, I think it's a business where you would be. You listen. You can invest in a company. I don't think that's what's it's pertaining to that.
He's working with a goy.
Yeah, you're
Who's
gonna
deciding?
right. You're gonna you have a store, and you're gonna stand there every day. You're gonna work with the guy. I think this is what they're talking about. Don't make a partnership like that. Are you gonna travel with the guy? You're gonna do
Contact. It's
contact. Yeah. But if you're gonna do business with a guy, but you don't really have much to do with the guy, then I don't think this is gonna be a problem. You understand? You have to ask a question if you want to. Okay, okay. But he's sakana gedola, but it's a big sakana, right? We know that going to work is a dangerous thing, a spiritually dangerous thing. Sometimes it can be physically dangerous also, but we're talking about here spiritually dangerous, because again, like I told you in the story, the guy sees all the money in his pouch, and he's I could maybe I'll make a little more money. You understand? It's a sakana. People don't know, right? The scale, the weights, and all the different things. It's a sakana. Okay. Kiyazu milchama gedola machma shebezeh sheoiske b'matzah matan oisin derech leretz Yisrael idei Hakneset chidem shemamshichim az. So we said the whole idea of making parnasa is the same idea of conquering Eretz Yisrael. Right? The same way when we were in the desert, we'll repeat it again. The same way when we'll review it again. The same way that when we were in the desert, HaKadosh Baruch Hu took care of us and did everything that we needed. And what was the plan? What was the plan to get to Eretz Yisrael? Right? So we're saying that every time I'm earning my parnasa, it's also an idea of derech Eretz Yisrael, going to Eretz Yisrael. Why? Let's think about it. Wherever people live, wherever they're living, so they give money to their shuls, they give money to their schools, they give money to the yeshivas and whatever they're doing, right? And we said that the schools, the yeshivas, and everything are all part of Eretz Yisrael. Because again, when Mashiach comes, they're all going to Eretz Yisrael, right? So they're building them wherever they're building them. But we said all of the ground around them will just fold underneath it, and all the shuls will all gravitate, make their way to Eretz Yisrael. So there's an idea of Eretz Yisrael mamish over there. Shemachichin ashu bechinas kiyam hamasa v'matim al kain. Tzrichin lizor me'oid lasais hamasa matim be'emunah. You have to do your masa matim, when you do your business transactions, you do it with emunah. Realize, listen, on Rosh Hashanah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will figure out what you're going to earn. Right? Yom Kippur was stamped on Hoshana Rabbah. It went out. Right? Some say it was Zayis Chanukah, whatever. Either way, but it was all decided. You're not going to have more money because you do something dishonest. You understand? You're not going to have more money. You may get more money, but then you're going to have to pay it out for something else. Next thing you know, someone will be sick, and you'll have to pay money. And the next thing you know, you get a ticket, or you get another bill in the mail, a tax, but whatever, you'll get something. The money, you're only going to have what you're supposed to have anyway. So why bother being dishonest? You're not going to get any more anyway. You want to say something, Yossi?
No, I'm just really thinking about that. I mean, you do seemingly get more money. You do seemingly get more money if you're dishonest, or if you.
Right, what do you actually retain at the end?
Yeah. Well, you end up. That's
Less space.
Right, you get a fine.
Yeah,
you get
it's,
this.
it's not any fun. Meaning, it's like you're going to lose it through pain and suffering.
So then why need it for? Whatever I'm supposed to get, I'm going to get anyway. So why should I be dishonest?
Or overwork.
Or overwork?
You have to work harder. For
Yeah. No, but we said it's really when a person, but really to gain your best money is devote kaiveya. You have to be kaiveya itim b'Torah when you study your Torah, and then you go to work. That's when you get your best bang for you. That's how you're going to earn your best money, because it's connected to the chesed chinam, right? Chesed chinam, right? Okay.
Isn't this supposedly the first question they ask you?
Yes.
After all
You do your business honestly, and when you kaveh itim latorah, right? You do honest business transactions, and did you devote time for Torah study?
You'd have
Right.
to treat your wife.
No, I don't know about
I don't
that.
think I'm going to say a word about that.
What? Yeah, Kamei Shamru Nasasa. Here it says Nasasa v'Nasata be'Emuna. Right, that's the question they ask us up on high. The Gemara says that in Shabbos on Lamed Aleph, Amid Aleph. Okay, on 31a. Okay. Ki Ikar Hu Emuna. The main thing is Emuna. Did you do it? Did you have Emuna? Earning, realizing that it's all Hashem is behind everything that we earn. Hashem sends you the customers. Hashem sends you the merchandise, the idea to buy this thing, the idea to buy that, whatever it is, right? To buy this property, that prop, whatever. Hashem is sending you the ideas. It's all Me'ez Hashem anyway. Thank the Rebbeinu Shalom. Realize it's all from Hashem. Okay, massive amatan. Okay, so therefore, a person should do his business. He should do it in an honest way. Kedei lahamshich emuna kedei shalatzmai lahamin. Shul yuz barach bara hakol, that Hakadosh Baruch Hu created everything, and Hashem takes care of everything. Right? Hashem created everything, and He takes care of everything. Kamei shekasav bereishis bara likim beretzaynai. Right, over at Sinai. Right, originally Hashem gave the lands to whoever He gave it to. Then they didn't do the right thing with it, so He took it away and He gave it to us. The same idea, the concept that we're bringing back, because it really all boils down to the same thing. That's how Eretz Yisrael is, right? That we have the 7 nations in Eretz Yisrael as they were living here. They chose to be involved in idol worship and all dishonesty and all different things. Hashem said, listen, I gave you a beautiful place. You didn't keep it. So now I'm taking it away from you and I'm giving it to the Jewish people. Right? Right? What's the matter, Yossi?
No, I didn't know that. What do you mean? That he gave it to the other nations?
He gave Eretz
They were
Yisrael.
living there. They were living there.
Yes, He gave it to them. Right? They were living there, so He gave it to them.
And because they were doing
They weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing.
as if they were, then we wouldn't have made it in here.
The plan was that they wouldn't do it, so they would take it back. That's why Bereshis Bara. Rashi says, why did the Torah start with Bereshis Bara Likim?
Hey, I created the whole world. I could take back whatever I want.
I gave to the lands to I wanted to, and I took the lands from who I. That's first Rashi in Chumash, right? First Rashi. Then Rashi, yes. Why didn't the Torah start with Rosh Chodesh? Right, Rosh Chodesh was the first community mitzvah that we had, and the Torah is for this concept over here to teach Hashem really He created everything, and Hashem runs everything, and He has the ability to take from whatever He gave it to one, He could take it away and give it to the other, and that's why we said that the whole thing that when we're in Eretz Yisrael, we have to make sure we keep the Torah. Because the more we keep the Torah, they can't say, list them at them. Right? Otherwise, they say we stole their land. Whenever we're not keeping the Torah, they say we stole their land, right? Mm-hmm. But if we would all be Torah observant, then we'll be focusing on our avodas Hashem here, they would all shut up. All the nations, they would all shut up. The UN would close down. No more. They'd cease to exist. They wouldn't exist anymore. They're only there now. You're screaming because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing in our land. Right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility.
But it's very empowering also, right?
If one is at that place where they can get it. My emunah is not that strong that I'm just.
That what?
I don't know. I mean, remember my history, like just knowing everything was from Hashem is a very hard for me to get my arms around sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, in my head I can, but it's like sometimes.
Okay, but that's what we have to work on that. We're working on the emunah you need to do that every day. We work on that every day.
You have to ask for Muda.
Yeah.
Beg for Muda.
Yeah, and Hashem will certainly give it to you. Right, okay. Valkein tzrichen lekasha es atzmai letzadikei emes sheheim mechayin and mekayim and kol habale amasa matan malacha. Right, therefore we have to make sure we always connect ourselves to the tzaddikim. Right, no matter where we are. Right, if we're doing this, no matter where we are in Yiddishkeit. Right. If a person is Hasidic, so then he connects to his Rebbes. If the person's a Litvish guy, so he's connecting to his Rosh Yeshiva, this thing. If the person is Sfardim, so they have beautiful tzaddikim, also the Chachamim, right? And they connect. Everyone's always connecting to that tzaddikim. That's what we all do. We're all doing that, and via connecting to the tzaddikim, and the tzaddikim are always doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're learning Torah, then they have to be battle Torah. Being me, I'm connected to the tzaddik, so the tzaddik, I can tap into his chesed chinam from his bittul Torah, and that's how I can get my blessing. Right? That's how it works. Right? We all connect to our tzaddikim. Right? Okay. Kihei mamshichin chesed chinam, because they are the ones that know how to draw this chesed chinam, the free gift, the treasury from the free treasury. Shehem mechinas emuna lahamin ba'asar mamorais shebahem bara Hashem yisbarach Hashem, with the 10 utterances Hashem created the world, as we spoke about a moment ago. Valkein tzrichin lerachek esatzbei mioid melasei shutfas imavdei kavim. Therefore, don't do what you can not to have to do business with a guy, and if you do have to do business with a guy, do it as short as you can, right? Accomplish what you have to accomplish, and then leave. Don't overdo it. You understand?
You don't want to allow this guy to take some of the
Influence you.
Or take some of the here. I mean, it goes on.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Okay, we're good. Shloyis gabru chas v'sholom v'yoymu hakol shelahem. Right? He'll say, hey, the guy will say, you took from me.
Like the shefa is coming.
Yeah.
The matnas chino
It's ours. It's ours.
When I have to go out and work.
Right.
And Hashem's saying, listen, I set up a system for you guys to be able to stop learning Torah and go out and
Connect to the chesed chinam.
Connect to the chesed chinam, which is a good thing. You actually need to be able to do that. Go to the bathroom. You have to be able to do these things. But I don't want you to do it too far away from me. Where
Stay connected.
I have to
right.
It'll be harder for me to give it to you if you're with the guy.
Yeah, wait. V'yoymish hakol shelahem machma shem is gorim was katrigin tamid al she'yisrael writes in the kaddish mekoymei sachitzainim. Right, because we always want to take, wherever we live, we take mekaymes chitzainim, places that are not holy places, and we make them holy. And the Goyim don't like that. The Goyim don't like that. They don't want more kedusha. They're not interested in that. So they're going to hold us back. Shul bechinas kivishas eretz Yisrael. Shul bechinas iskei masa maten hakol al kain sheyasa shutfus v'schabras imoyim yuchlu chas v'sholem l'sgaber olav. They can become more overpowering over you, and they'll think, oh, the Jew, he's stealing from me. He'll be more wary. The Jews always steal. That's what the Goyim like to do. They like to say it. But again, if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm doing the right thing. I was a partner with a guy for a short while. I had to do that. And I'll tell you something, it was very interesting. He wound up telling me, he says, I know something, I really like your system. So I said, what's the system? He said, I like your system on Friday, no matter what's going on, I know you close your phone, and there's no, I can't contact you anything for 25 hours. He says, that's a great system. He says, we don't have anything like that. We work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We always have to work. We're always working, always working, always working, always working. And we have no time to spend with family, no time to spend with God, nothing. It's an amazing, so that was an amazing thing. Right? And so you can't, again, you have to do things in the right way. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, without us, the Goyim would never have a weekend.
They would have, that's right.
Really, the weekend from us.
That's right.
Does this also hold for doing business with Goyim or Arabs, or in terms of buying transactions?
You gotta be careful.
Yeah. No, this is talking about being partners. If you could buy from a Jew, there are halachos of that. You should pay a certain amount more extra than buy from the Jew, not from a Gentile. Arab or a Gentile is no different. Okay, so what? Yeah. Well, there's the different sheets, but you could pay more up to a certain amount. There's the different sheet. There's 10%, 12, 14, whatever. But there's you pay a little more even to buy from a Jew, because again, the Jew has more expenses than the non-Jew, right? We know. Okay, ad sheyavor chas v'sholom al v'shem elihim acherim loy tizkoru, because then chas v'sholom, you're doing business with the guy, you'll be influenced by the guy, and then chas v'sholom, you'll go, he'll go that way. Sheyitein yanika chas v'sholom le'emunas kozvias, to foreign, to crooked the different ideas. Therefore, don't do business with a guy if you don't have to. Right? Partners. If you don't have to. If you have to, so again, you have to do it. You have to be guided in halachos. There are things that you can do, but it's not so simple. Okay? Because at the time when you're doing work, right, when you're doing your transactions, you're doing business, you need to strengthen your emunah, right? You need to strengthen the emunah, right? We said the idea that the tzaddikim, when they did their business, they would stay in their stores. They would learn. Customer would come in. They close their sefer, and they would take care of the business, realizing they're always connecting to Hashem. Always connecting to Hashem. Even during the time of work, they could be learning Torah. Even during the time of work, if there's no one in the store, so the guy he could learn. Why can't he learn Torah? Right? And then when the customer comes in, he closes the book and he can deal with the customer. Customer leaves, he can open up his book again. Right?
Not if you're an employee.
What?
Not if you are an employee.
I didn't say about an employee. This is the person that has a store.
Clarifying so no one gets the wrong idea.
Right.
If you're working for somebody, what you just said would be totally asur.
That's also right, because then when you're working with somebody, you have to give him whatever break you have.
That honesty that you're doing, let's say, with the guy as a worker, is in and of itself like living
That's one.
Torah. That's living Torah. That's ki'ilu learning Torah. That is
With what? With what?
What David just said.
I just said is actually doing Torah.
Yes.
Meaning because when you're working,
That's emunah.
and that you would be a ganav if you actually were to be learning.
Right, the guy decides he'll call his friend and he'll do this. That's wrong. Of course, that's dishonest.
Learning Torah would be.
I understand.
But if
Okay.
there's no one in the store, why couldn't the person?
Because if you're an employee of somebody, then
So then you'll sweep the store, clean the store, you'll rearrange the things on the shelves, dust the I don't know, whatever. Here we're talking about you have your own store, you have your own place, and you can close your book. You're not working for anybody. You're not. Okay. But that was a good thing. Thank you, Dave. Okay, that's true. Okay. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world with the 28 letters of the 10 utterances. The Mamase Bereishis sheheim bechinas asara mamoros shezeh bechinas ma shezhiru HaTorah, what the Torah warned us, shaloi loymar Chas v'sholom koyichim v'oitzi yodi osoli. Right? You see your place up there, right? That we shouldn't come to say. Shouldn't come to say that I'm very, very smart. I'm very crafty. I know a lot of, I got a good stock tip. I got a good tip from somebody, and therefore look how much money I made. You realize the money only comes from Hashem. Right? A person should never say, I earned this on my own. Who gave you the kaya to think? Who gave your mind to think? Who gave you the ability to be able to eat the food, that you'll be able to process it, to that way you have the right metabolism and everything should go well in the body, so you should be able to do what you have to do. It's all Me'ez Hashem. It's all Hashem. So how could anyone say that I was able to do this? You're able to do it, sure, but it was because Hashem allowed you to do it. So really, it's really Me'ez Hashem. Shaloi loyma chas v'shalom koyach v'oitzim yodei v'zacharti es Hashem elekecha. You're supposed to zacharti es Hashem elekecha. Remember Hashem. Ki hu anosein l'cho koyach la'aseh choil. Remember Hashem. He gives you the ability. So you have the wherewithal, and in order to be able to do what you got to do. So it's really all Me'ez Hashem. Isn't that beautiful? Right? No, isn't that a beautiful idea, guys? No, to realize, look at these words. It's to me, it's unbelievable. Ki hu anosein l'cho koyach la'aseh choil. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you the ability that you can earn whatever you can earn. It's all coming Me'ez Hashem. Dahainu masa matan k'may shetirgam onkelis leminke nechnasin to be able to buy your what do you call it, to do commerce, to buy things, to be able to buy things to sell, right? To buy and sell, right? Koyach daika. Why the bechinas? Why is it koyach? Because it was 28 letters. Koyach is chav ches. So also there were 28 letters in our hands. Right? We learned there are 14 joints in each one of your hands. Right? 14 joints, 14 and 14 is koyach. Right? We learned that, right? Remember that? Okay, but also he's saying over here there were 28 letters altogether in words, in what do you call it? In creation. And therefore, that's why it's 28. Okay, the Bereishis sheheim bechinas asara mamorei shebehem bara Hashem yisbarach ha'olam bechazlei Hashem made the world with chesed, and it was olam chesed yibane. We know that, right? Hashem created the world via chesed, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always, we can always tap into that chesed again via us learning Torah, connecting to the tzaddikim, and then when we have to go out to work, we realize that all the work comes from the ability from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to allow us to do that, and that's the chesed chinam, and that's how we can get all of the beautiful bounty and earn what we have to earn. Al yedei amunah zois ikar kiyam amasa matan v'tikunai, and this is the way we can have what we have and keep what we need. Right? That we can have what we have and earn what we have and enjoy what we have, and you feel so much better. I'm telling you, if you earn your money honestly, you go to sleep, you sleep better at night. You're not worried this guy's angry at you, that one's angry. You did your business honestly. You have just a much more peaceful life, and you can serve the Rebbeinu Shalom in a much more enjoyable way. Does anyone have any questions on this concept?
I have.
You want to say something? Go ahead, Yana, please.
Yeah. We have land outside of Israel and America, South America. I've got 2 Jewish partners and 1 non-Jewish partner.
Okay.
If I want an honest answer, honestly, I go to the non-Jewish guy.
Yeah.
I go to the non-Jewish guy. And
okay.
In addition, I should put an asterisk there. The 2 Jewish owners, they,
Are they religious Jews?
Yeah, one is, one isn't.
Okay.
But I'm saying that the guy is faithful to his wife, and he's this and that. The two Jews are the ones that are
He seems to be
it's
a more
questionable.
moral person.
Yes.
Is it
So
what?
The
when
guy seems to be more moral.
A moral person than the other one.
If you asked
Okay.
me to go back in time and say like who would I go in business with, it would have been for sure, hands down, no question about it, the not Jewish guy.
Okay.
So I, sometimes.
But do you hang out with him?
You don't spend a lot of time with
I don't
him.
hang out with anyone really. I mean,
Right, so here we're talking about really,
That's the
this
point.
is really where you would be working with him in an office every day.
No,
you would be
that's-
working with him in a store
I
every
meet with him
day.
once a year or twice a year.
No, so that's like going on a meeting.
Yeah.
That's going on a meeting. That's not what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. You're
That's,
saying 20. You're saying like
you're involved with the guy. Then you'll come to take on his ideas, his ideals.
Right.
Right, and that was the whole idea. Okay, don't worry, you're fine. I'm sure you can ask Shelet Chacham. You can ask your Chacham. You can ask. Okay, all right. So So we're going to learn now a halach and Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. What? What?
I said, you're right. You're not hanging out with
I don't
the
think
guy.
you're all right. You should have more friends.
Oh, please. Okay. Wow.
I hang out with you guys. That's who I hang out with.
Okay, let's go. So we're learning now. We're in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We're in Dinei Psukei de Zimra. We're learning the laws of Psukei de Zimra. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So today we're up to which is Yud Dalet, and today we're up to Sivkat and Gimel. Okay, here we go. Yizoy Shalei Liga B'Shas Psukei de Zimra Mikol Shekein Acher Kach Ad Gomra Tefila. Right. So what does that mean? You shouldn't touch. What does Liga mean? You shouldn't touch like covered parts. You shouldn't like scratch your head and then do things like that. Don't do that. Keep yourself. Don't. If you're gonna scratch it, so use your keeper. You wipe. It's trying to scratch. So you don't touch the covered places. Begufay oy beroishay b'mokayim ha'mechusa. Right. Places. Now they say if you have to scratch your beard, that's not a problem. It's not in, or by your payas, if there is, you have to give a scratch. That's not impure. Only the hair, the rest of the hair on the head, that's the hair that you can't touch. Okay, but a person wants to scratch his beard, that's not a problem. What? What's that?
Okay.
You want to say something?
No.
Okay, okay, b'tzayas hachoitem. Here we go. Ubetzoas ha'ozen asa liga. Now, if you can't blow your nose into your hand, or you can't rub your ears and touch the ear. If you have a scratch, you shouldn't put your hands in your ears where you have wax.
Oh no.
Why?
Do it with a napkin. I mean,
You use a tissue. If you use a tissue, no
You
problem.
can't get wax out of you with a tissue.
When if you have your ear is bothering you, use a Q-tip. That's fine. Just put your finger. Don't touch it with your finger.
So if you're doing Pesukei de Zimra, don't pick your nose.
Don't pick your nose. You can't. That's exactly right. You can't pick your nose.
You can't pick your nose.
Can't pick your nose during
Can't pick
psukkah. No,
your
no.
Yeah, you can pick your friends, but you can't.
No.
Does it mean there's a lot of diameter or no?
What? Nobody says now. Ki im ayadei mitpachad. If you use a handkerchief or a tissue, right? Mitpachad is a handkerchief, right? That's what you call a handkerchief, right? Okay, I don't know how many people have that, but people have tissues, right? It used to be everyone carried this mitpachad. Okay, ve'im noga biyadai. What happens if you touched it with your hand? Right? You didn't realize you touched it. You should wash your hands with water. What happens if it's in Milah Shmon Esrei? Right, Tefillah Shmon Esrei. Right, what happens if you're Milah Shmon Esrei? You can't stop Shmon Esrei. You can't move away to get water. So then, dailoi b'nikoyan tziror. You can use a stone. Right? Wipe your hand on the wall, on the table. Wipe your hand. Just clean your hands off from something like we said. right? If you didn't have water, you could rub your hands on something in order to clean them b'shas adchak. Remember, so this would be considered also b'shas adchak. So then you could rub your hands on if you have the table there or whatever you have, you could rub your hands on and you clean. What? Okay, listen. Okay, we shouldn't do that. And today we use tissues. Okay, so listen, I'm sorry, these are what the halachos are, but we have to know them, right? We have to know that, yeah.
Just to be clear, it says things that are not usually covered. So if I have an itch in my ear, like here,
Outside your ear is
Outside,
fine.
I
That's
can do
fine.
that.
It says the wax. It's the wax that you
wax
shouldn't
that
touch. Right. That would be okay. You don't cover your ears normally.
I have an itch in my head, I go like this.
You could do that, or you could use your keeper. Take your keeper and rub it with your keeper. You can take it with your keeper, move your keeper, and scratch it. Okay, that's the idea what you can do. All right, anyone have any questions? We're okay? Everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming, everyone. Kol Tuv.